So we're finally gonna unbox it. This is the Be Quiet Pure Base 500. Yeah, let's get started with unboxing it. This is a ATX case, so this was the case that I was gonna use in my office build PC. So let's go ahead and get started with the unboxing. It's a relatively light case. Ooh. Why is it stuck? It's even more stuck now. Okay, cool new way to unbox stuff. We're gonna go ahead and push it through the case. Okay, so we finally got it out. And this is the case here. It is very tightly packed in there, at least it was for me. So we finally got it out. Here's the book for it. So this case, I paid about $85 for this, and it was comparable to the other case I was considering, except $5 cheaper. And the company had good customer service. So let's go ahead and take the plastic off. As you can see, it is the white version of this. There we go. Plastic is off. First impressions is it does feel like a quality product. Let's go ahead and I gotta take a look at this myself. So it does come with two 140mm fans here. These are the Purewings 2. So let's go ahead and open up the side panel so we can take a look. Let's take a look at the back first. There's not much to see in the back right here. It is just a regular steel side panel with capture screws. And of course, because it is Be Quiet, they put sound dampening material in here so you won't hear the fan noises. Let's place this down right here. And inside we have, this is a interchangeable. So it does come with this mesh side panel, which you can change out the top. The top one normally comes with a sound dampened top panel. The foot here kind of came off. There you go. Right. So the top comes with this steel top panel with the sound dampening material and some space to put a fan in the back of the case here. But you can change it with an all mesh top panel if you want to go that route. But for us, for the office build, we are going for the steel top panel. It's actually plastic. This part is not steel, it is plastic, but it does have sound dampening, which is good. This is the case, here's a better view. So out of the box, they did cable manage all the IOs here. There is one of the fans right here. This is the back fan, and actually this is one of the few cases where the back fan is a 140, and not many cases do that. We do have a top fan right there as well, and it does support up to two 140s in front or three 120s. If you we'll get into it, but at the bottom there is a drive cage. If you move it forward, you can put another fan or a 360mm radiator in the front and a 240 on top. So taking a look at the accessories box, let's see what we get with it. There should be some couple tie downs and some screws. Yep, here we have some screws, and there's one screw in particular I see that I'm not sure what it is. It's like, so we'll see what this is. This is to screw something down, obviously. Oh yeah, this is to remove the standoffs, this one here, so you don't want to lose that. Since we are going to do a micro ATX build in here, that will be important in removing at least the bottom standoffs. Now in the instruction manual, it does, my first impression of the instruction manual is, it is very detailed. And for someone, if someone is not used to building a PC, the instruction manual is an important place to start for them. It starts with the fan compatibility here, and I'll go ahead and put a picture of the fan compatibility on the side, so you can go ahead and look at that. Removing the side panel, changing the top panel, removing the window panel, removing the dust filter. There is a dust filter at the bottom. And we're going to go ahead and take a look. That is the dust filter, and it can be removed simply by pulling that out. Go ahead and put it back. It can be removed by simply sliding it all the way out, and it goes all the way across the bottom, just like that. To replace the dust filter at the bottom, there are these little grooves on top, if you see, and you will see something that looks like that when you put it against the bottom, and the part which you grasp onto is here at the bottom like this. And there are these little grooves on the feet, and these little metal grooves that go across there, and you'll hear it click just like that to replace it. To open the glass side panel, we're gonna go ahead and start unscrewing this lefty loosey, righty tighty, just like that. Whoops. That's on me. There is that peel, which we're not gonna do. Yep. Just like that. And the thumb screws are black with the white side panel. And to take it out, yep, just like that. Place it right here on the couch so nothing happens to it. Yep. And this is the inside of the case. I'm gonna go ahead and lower the camera a bit. Okay, so this is the interior of the case. You can see the spacers for the motherboard are pre-installed here. It is pre-installed as an ATX build, but we're gonna end up doing a micro ATX build in this. These are the two 140 Purewings 2 fans you see installed. The maximum RPM on these fans are about 900, and I'm not sure, it is a 3-pin header here, so keep that in mind. And you do have an option to put a couple fans on the top, but remember, when you do that, the only place that you're gonna have is one space on top. At least this is what it appears, because the rest kind of sits flush. So the best thing to do would be to put a fan in the back here, right at this position, and keep the one in the back. I would prefer to use 140s, because just to keep with the lower noise levels. And maybe that's something we'll do later on when we really start to upgrade it. And the cool thing about it, these cutouts match the exact pattern on top, so you don't have any loss of airflow when you do that. That is a really cool engineering design right there. But remember, these are plastic. They aren't steel like the rest of them. This is plastic, and the front here is also made of plastic, which we'll remove so you guys can see that. Okay, to remove the front panel here, there is a significant amount of force you need to put in the front, and you just kind of do a lifting motion like this. Just like that, and you pull it. And the inside also has the sound dampening panel here, and the intakes are actually from the side here, right here, and right here. And there is a dust filter down here that they tell you there is a way to unscrew it and clean it out. So that is pretty cool. To put it back, of course, you go ahead and alright, so this is how you would attach your fans. You basically put the fans here, use these grommets on the side, which I will show you properly. Using these grommets on the side, you would basically pass your wiring through there towards the back of the motherboard, which is right here. So you can see the fan is coming in through here and going here to be passed through to the motherboard. And that's what we're going to look at next. We're going to look at this section right here. To remove that particular section, which is right here, this section here, this piece can be removed. You simply unlatch it from the back. That part is removable. To remove this thing, right in the middle, we have a thumb screw up here, which we'll go ahead and unscrew just like that. So to remove this, you just unscrew the top one, and you simply pull it out. Remember, watch out for any wiring that you have. And now you can pass your wires through there, and when you do replace it, there is a little gap here for you to pass your wiring through. So keep that in mind. To put it back, there is these two little holes here. One here and one here. Basically slip that in there, push it through evenly. Yep. Make sure they are in, make sure both sides are in. So that's back in place. What else is there to talk about? Now, for the power supply in the back, there is something for you to unscrew these four right here. And what you would do is essentially attach your power supply to this bracket and slide it right in. First, you would pass you would want to wire your power supply first before you did that. So this makes it really convenient to get your wiring very nice and clean and have everything just pass through quickly instead of trying to stuff it through there like a typical case. And the feet, I should mention the feet are made of rubber, which is good, so it's not going to scratch up your table. So that's a good thing. It's funny, I mentioned in the other video what happens if your rubber feet, if one of them fall off, what are you going to do? So Be Quiet did get in touch with me on how to remove these corners if you're thinking about a steel side panel and a tempered glass version, if you have both. So to do that, you would need to remove this rubber grommet here, and then there's standoffs here that you need to remove as well. Obviously, you would also have the thumb screw removed. So if that's something you're considering, let's say you want to put a steel side panel on this to make it quieter, that's the process that you would use to do it. And in the next video, I will be doing a build with the steel side panel. So try not to lose these if you do decide to do a conversion. So let's go ahead and start putting it back together. And in the next video, we're going to basically do a office build on this. One more thing about the case, this hard drive panel can be moved forward. There are simply two thumb screws here that you would undo and slide forward just a little bit. If you see behind the screw, there is a secondary place to screw it in, probably here, and there's probably another screw under here to line up with that. So if you are going to put a radiator in the front, you will need to slide that forward. Hey everybody, there are a couple things I want to mention about the video before I end it. The first thing I'm going to mention is that there are 3 color varieties: black, white, and metallic gray, and you can get them all with the glass side panel or the steel side panel. The next thing I'm going to mention is the dimensions. So the height is 18.23 inches, the depth is 9.13 inches, and the length is 17.72 inches. The next thing I'm going to mention is the front I/O, which I didn't actually show in the video. So it does come with 2 USB 3.2 Gen 1s and a single mic audio jack, as well as 6 mounting positions for the fans. As for drive capacity, you can have 2 3.5-inch slots or up to 5 2.5-inch SSDs. Next, we're going to talk about the Purewings 2 fans. So they have their full specifications on the website, but a couple main things to point out is the max 900 RPM fan speed, as well as the 17 decibel noise max at that 100% level. Next, we're going to talk about the max compatibility for the PSU, graphic card, and cooling. For the PSU, if you do have a front fan attached, the maximum is 225 millimeter. For reference, the Dark Power 12 1000 watt is about 175 millimeters in length. For the graphics card, you can have up to a 369 millimeter length graphics card. Again, for reference, the Asus 380 Strix is 318.5 millimeter. The Power Color Red Devil 6900 XT, the 320 millimeter. And as for cooling, you can have up to a 190 millimeter unit CPU cooler, air cooler. And again, for reference, the Dark Rock Pro 4 comes in at about 146 millimeters, and something bigger like the Noctua D15 comes in at 165 millimeters. So all those air coolers should fit comfortably. So as you can see, this is a very beautiful case. The front is plastic, but you can't tell. It looks beautiful. I am looking forward to building in this case. Again, this is the back side. I have the glass in front of me. So if you guys want to see that, once again, this is what it looks like. I want to thank you all. Thanks so much for watching. I know I'm not the best at like unboxing stuff and doing reviews, but I'm very glad I got this. It's a good size. It's not too big, not too small. It is going to have a micro ATX for the office build. So please make sure you check that out if you see this video, which will be the very next video after this. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a good one. Take care.